Have you ever stopped to think about what it means to be conscious? It's that invisible spark within us that makes us aware of the world around us and of ourselves. But what exactly is consciousness? How do we define something so fundamental to our existence? Defining consciousness is like trying to capture the wind. It's elusive and constantly shifting. It's not something we can easily see or touch, yet it's the very essence of our being. Philosophers and scientists have grappled with this question for centuries, offering various perspectives and theories. Despite the challenges, understanding consciousness is crucial to unraveling the mysteries of the human mind. Why should we care about defining consciousness? Because it's at the heart of everything we do, think, and feel. It shapes our perceptions, influences our decisions, and defines our very sense of self. By understanding consciousness, we gain insights into the human condition, the nature of reality, and our place within the vast universe. At its core, consciousness is about awareness. It's the ability to perceive and respond to the world both inside and outside of ourselves. Think about the feeling of sunshine on your skin, the sound of laughter, or the taste of your favorite food. These sensory experiences are all part of awareness, the foundation of consciousness. Our awareness extends beyond just our senses. We're also aware of our own thoughts, feelings, and memories. This internal awareness allows us to reflect on our experiences, make decisions, and plan for the future. Consciousness encompasses both this rich inner world and our perception of the external environment, creating a dynamic interplay between the two. Awareness isn't a simple on-off switch. It exists on a spectrum, varying in depth and complexity. Imagine a sleeping animal. It may not be aware of its surroundings in the same way as a human engaged in a complex task, yet it still possesses a basic level of awareness, enough to respond to stimuli and maintain its vital functions. Now let's dive deeper into the subjective experience of consciousness. This aspect is what makes consciousness so intriguing and challenging to define. It's the feeling of what it's like to be you, to experience the world from your unique perspective. This feeling encompasses all the sensations, emotions, and thoughts that make up your conscious experience. Imagine you're biting into a juicy, ripe strawberry. The sweetness, the tartness, the texture, these sensory details combine to create a unique experience for you. Now imagine trying to explain that experience to someone who has never tasted a strawberry. Words alone wouldn't capture the full essence of that subjective experience. Each individual's conscious experience is shaped by their personal history, memories, and perspectives, making it utterly unique. Philosophers use the term qualia to describe these subjective, qualitative experiences. Qualia are the building blocks of our conscious experience, the raw feels of what it's like to see red, hear music, or feel pain. They are inherently personal and difficult to convey to others. Think about the color blue. We can all agree that the sky is blue, but can we ever truly know if our individual experiences of blue are identical? This leads us to what philosophers call the hard problem of consciousness. How do physical processes in the brain give rise to these subjective, qualitative experiences? How can we explain the feeling of what it's like to be conscious? This remains one of the most discussed mysteries in science and philosophy. While we may not have all the answers, exploring the subjective experience of consciousness helps us appreciate the richness and complexity of our inner world. So far, we've explored awareness and subjective experience as key aspects of consciousness. Now let's consider consciousness as a mental state, a dynamic canvas upon which our experiences are painted. This canvas is constantly being updated with a continuous stream of information from both our internal and external worlds. It's the sum total of all our sensations, perceptions, thoughts, emotions, and even our sense of self. Imagine you're walking through a bustling city park. You see the vibrant colors of flowers, hear the laughter of children playing, smell the aroma of freshly cut grass, feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Each of these sensations contributes to your overall mental state, creating a rich tapestry of experience. Your thoughts weave in and out, memories resurface, emotions ebb and flow, all contributing to the symphony of your conscious experience. Crucially, consciousness as a mental state is not static. It's constantly shifting and evolving, responding to both internal and external stimuli. A sudden clap of thunder can jolt you from a state of peaceful contemplation, while a comforting memory can evoke feelings of warmth and joy. Our mental state is a fluid landscape, shaped by the interplay of our thoughts, feelings, sensations, and the world around us. While our five senses play a crucial role in shaping our mental state, there's more to consciousness than just sensory input. We also possess an inner world of thoughts, memories, beliefs, and desires that influence our conscious experience. These internal processes interact with our sensory perceptions, shaping how we interpret the world and our place within it. Philosophers have long grappled with the nature of consciousness, offering unique perspectives that deepen our understanding. From ancient times to the modern era, thinkers have pondered what it means to be aware, to think, and to feel. Their insights have shaped the way we view the mind and its capabilities. One key concept is introspection, the ability to turn our attention inward and examine our own thoughts, feelings, and sensations. This practice is not just a philosophical exercise, but a deeply personal journey. It allows us to connect with our inner selves, to understand our motivations, and to gain clarity on our emotions. Think of it as a kind of inner sense, allowing us to observe the workings of our own minds. This inner sense is akin to having a mirror for the mind, reflecting our thoughts and feelings back to us. It helps us to identify patterns in our thinking, recognize our emotional triggers, and understand the underlying causes of our behaviors. This inward gaze is central to our conscious experience, enabling self-awareness and reflection. By regularly engaging in introspection, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth, as it allows us to recognize our strengths and weaknesses and to make informed decisions about our lives. It's through introspection that we become aware of our own existence, our hopes, fears, and aspirations. This awareness is not static. It evolves as we grow and change. By reflecting on our past experiences and envisioning our future, we can set meaningful goals and work towards achieving them. Introspection allows us to step back from the immediate flow of experience and examine our own mental states, questioning our assumptions and motivations. This process of self-examination can lead to profound insights and personal revelations. It encourages us to challenge our preconceived notions and to adopt a more open-minded approach to life. This ability to reflect on our own consciousness is a hallmark of human cognition, setting us apart from less complex organisms. It is a testament to the complexity and depth of the human mind. By embracing introspection, we can unlock the full potential of our consciousness, leading to a richer, more fulfilling life. Closely related to introspection is the concept of phenomenality, also known as the what it's like aspect of consciousness. This term captures the essence of our subjective experiences, the inner world that each of us navigates daily. This refers to the subjective, qualitative character of our experiences, the unique way each of us perceives the world around us. It's the difference between merely seeing a sunset and feeling the awe it inspires. The raw feels of what it's like to see red, taste chocolate, or hear a loved one's voice are all examples of qualia. These experiences are deeply personal and often difficult to describe to others. Imagine the warmth of a hug, the joy in a familiar voice, or the bittersweet taste of dark chocolate. These are not just sensory inputs, but rich emotional experiences that shape our reality. These subjective feels, called qualia, are central to our conscious experience. They are the building blocks of our inner lives, the elements that make our experiences uniquely ours. Qualia are what make our lives rich and varied, allowing us to connect deeply with our surroundings and with each other. They are the essence of what it means to be human. Yet, despite their importance, qualia pose a significant challenge to scientific explanation. How can we quantify the feeling of happiness or the sensation of pain in purely physical terms? How do we explain the feeling of redness in terms of neural activity? The brain's mechanisms are complex, but translating these into the language of subjective experience remains elusive. Can we ever truly know if one person's experience of red is the same as another's? This question touches on the very nature of perception and reality. The question of qualia highlights the gap between objective, physical processes and subjective, conscious experience. It underscores the limitations of our current scientific understanding. It's a mystery that continues to fascinate and frustrate philosophers and scientists alike. As we delve deeper into the nature of consciousness, the question of qualia remains one of the most challenging puzzles we face. Another philosophical perspective views consciousness not as an all-or-nothing phenomenon, but rather as a continuum of awareness. This idea suggests that consciousness is not exclusive to humans or higher animals, but is a fundamental aspect of life itself. It proposes that even the simplest forms of life, such as bacteria or single-celled organisms, might possess a rudimentary form of awareness. This continuum of consciousness spans from the most basic forms of life to the highly complex and self-reflective human mind. This means that consciousness exists on a spectrum, ranging from simple forms of awareness, such as those found in insects or even plants, to the complex self-awareness of human beings. For instance, an insect might have a basic sense of its environment, reacting to stimuli in a way that suggests a form of awareness. Plants, too, exhibit behaviors that indicate a level of responsiveness to their surroundings, such as growing towards light or opening and closing their leaves in response to touch. This perspective challenges the idea of a sharp dividing line between conscious and non-conscious entities. Instead, it proposes a gradual increase in the complexity and richness of experience as we move up the evolutionary ladder. This view encourages us to rethink our understanding of consciousness and to consider the possibility that it is a more widespread and varied phenomenon than previously thought. It suggests that even organisms with relatively simple nervous systems may possess some degree of subjective experience. For example, a sea anemone, with its simple nerve net, might have a basic form of awareness that allows it to respond to its environment. Similarly, a mouse with a more complex nervous system might experience a higher level of consciousness, capable of more sophisticated interactions with its surroundings. The continuum model acknowledges the diversity of life on Earth and invites us to consider the possibility of different levels of consciousness existing throughout the natural world. This model encourages us to look at the natural world with new eyes, appreciating the myriad forms of life and the varying degrees of awareness they might possess. It opens up a fascinating area of study, prompting scientists and philosophers alike to explore the depths of consciousness in all its forms. It encourages us to appreciate the complexity of awareness, even in its simplest forms. By recognizing the potential for consciousness in all living things, we can develop a deeper respect for the natural world and the intricate web of life that connects us all. This perspective not only broadens our understanding of consciousness, but also fosters a sense of wonder and curiosity about the many ways in which life experiences the world. As we've seen, consciousness is a phenomenon, including components like awareness, subjective experience, and mental states. It's the feeling of what it's like to be alive, to experience the world from our unique perspective. From the simple awareness of a single-celled organism sensing light to the complex inner world of a human being reflecting on their own existence, consciousness takes many forms. It's a dynamic interplay between our inner and outer worlds, shaped by both our biology and our individual experiences. Defining consciousness is a bit like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. It's elusive, constantly shifting, and resistant to easy categorization. While we've explored various definitions and perspectives, no single explanation can fully capture the mystery of the conscious experience. Perhaps this elusiveness is part of what makes consciousness so fascinating. It's a reminder that we are still unraveling the mysteries of the human mind, pushing the boundaries of our understanding. So, what is consciousness? It's the feeling of the sun on your skin, the taste of your favorite food, the joy of laughter, the pain of loss. It's the ability to think, to feel, to dream, to love. It's the invisible force that drives our actions, shapes our perceptions, and defines who we are. While the hard problem of consciousness remains a mystery, our exploration of this enigmatic phenomenon has only just begun. As science and philosophy continue to probe the depths of the mind, we can look forward to even more fascinating discoveries in the years to come.